Yo.
Yes, sir.
This your boy Trey Plus 305.
Yes, sir. We back at Higher Voltage with another episode. I got a special guest in here tonight, Trey Plus. It's your boy Dollah Bill.
Yo. This your boy Trey Plus 305. Ep.10 Dollah Podcast, collabing with that boy Dollah Bill for Highervoltagepodcast show. I just want to say thank you for tapping in with me. Thank you for bringing me on to the show, man. Let's go.
Yes, sir. We got another episode. We in here. What it do, Trey?
Man, I'm just chilling, man. I'm just cooling, man. You already know. Just sipping on this good old 1738, you know?
You already know the vibes, man. So it's been a lot going on for a while, man. We trying to tap in and cover all the topics in the latest media. You know, we got it going tonight, you know?
Let's go with it, man. You already know I'm here, man. Appreciate you for having me on to the show.
Nah, that's all love. You know, you did me on your show before They Sound Blunt, so you know it's only right that we got you at Higher Voltage.
Appreciate it. So what's good, bro? Talk to me.
You already know, man. We in here, man. Tonight is another episode, and you know I'm just glad to have you in here. But the first topic I want to talk about tonight is Katt Williams. You know, he went in tonight, you know, discussing a lot of topics about all the other comedians and how he stayed independent to get in the game. And I just wanted to know, like, what's your take on some of the things he was talking about that night with Shannon Sharp?
So that's a good way to bring me into it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might be a little biased.
Right.
I might be a little biased when it comes to Katt Williams because he a Virgo.
Oh, Lord. It's going
Trey
down.
Plus is a Virgo. 9/11 Virgo. Katt Williams is a Virgo. So I might be a little biased. When it comes to us Virgos, dog, one thing about us, Bill, we have build-ups. And when we have build-ups, bro, we end up telling the truth. Like when they build up with us,
right?
And we act like our peak, man, and we get on the platform, man, we want to tell the truth. So I believe everything Katt Williams said, man. Oh yeah. God.
He definitely had a lot of points. I seen how he was just expressing how much work he put in than the others, and how someone can be an industry plant or just have a lot of help from others. And he was letting him know that he paid for all his own tours. He paid for some of the other comedians to come on the road with him, and I just got to understand a lot about the business, even from a comedian aspect, you know, and how much competition everybody in, the athletes, the rappers, the actors, the actresses, the comedians, everybody in competition to be number one or just to get the best sales. Because he also spoke about Monique. And for a while, I was lost. I thought Monique was really underpaid. But when I seen him break down the dynamics of how they search the algorithm and how they search your ticket sales and everything, I seen how he was explaining how the sales match for how you get booked and how you get paid to be on Netflix and stuff like that.
See, the thing about Katt Williams and Monique, they truth tellers.
Okay.
When you're a truth teller in this industry, any type of industry, whether it's the music industry, whether it's the movie industry, whether it's comedian, the comedian feel, you know what I'm saying? When you're a truth teller, you're going to get blacklisted. You're going to get put on the other side. And the thing about Katt Williams and Monique, they got put on the other side to where they back against the wall. You know what I'm saying? They not going to get them phone calls to do extra shows, or you might not get, you know what I'm saying, deals like Netflix or what they got, Hulu,
right?
Or all them other people. They might not call you because you got gatekeepers and shit,
right?
You feel me? So when you a truth teller, the odds are already gonna be against you,
right?
You know what I'm saying? So your job as a truth teller, you gotta sway the audience. You gotta let the audience know, because they're gonna tell you that, they're gonna tell the public that you're crazy.
Right.
They're gonna tell the public that you on drugs. You know what I'm saying? Basically, you gonna get sabotaged. So when you on the other side, man, you like a Katt Williams
it's a hard game, because basically, like, it's more people against you than, you know,
right.
You ain't got no team. Basically, like he said, it's us and it's them. It's the truth, and then there's lies. There's God, and then there's them. So I guess that's how you feel when it's lonely at the top, when you representing the truth, because you ain't got no team. The team is deep on the fake side.
Boy, you just say the mouthful, bro.
You already know.
You just say the mouthful. That's basically what it is with them. You know what I'm saying? And like, I like what Katt Williams did. You know what I'm saying? Because for a long time, we haven't seen Katt Williams in an interview like this from, like, where he just sit down and just tell us the truth about what's going on, what's really going on with Cedric the Entertainer, stealing his jokes, Steve Harvey, you know what I'm saying, offering him to replace Bernie Mac on Kings of Comedy. I never knew that shit.
Right,
you feel me? Like,
just like the Ricky Smiley, when Ricky Smiley said that he was supposed to be the pimp and Katt Williams was supposed to be the Santa Claus. But I believe Katt Williams, how short, skinny guy gonna be a Santa Claus? You know what I'm saying?
But Ice Cube came up and cleaned that up.
Right.
Ice Cube came out and say, yeah, Ricky Smiley did audition for the pimp role, but they thought he was better as the Santa Claus.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he didn't lie about that. Ricky Smiley didn't lie about that part.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And Katt Williams didn't lie. Everybody have their own truth from how they experience certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like when you in a group, like I have my story, you will have your story.
Most definitely.
And that's what it was. So it's kind of hard to say, oh, Ricky Smiley lying or Katt Williams lying, because bro, they have their own story. Like Katt Williams, like, hey, this man spent the whole time complaining, talking about his whole face was covered. How his family gonna see him? And Ricky Smiley, like, hey man, I had that role.
Right.
I had that role.
I read it.
You know what I'm saying?
I could have filled out for it. I read it.
Yeah, you feel me? So like, whenever you in situations like that where it's a lot of great comedians, everybody gonna have their own truth.
All right.
What they feel is the truth. And it's up to us as the public what we gonna believe.
All right, so my next question for you is how you feel about the black male comedian wearing a dress, how he was addressing how he had those scripts come across his desk but he didn't accept them because of the black man wearing a dress, or the agenda of how it was for him in next Friday, where he was asked to be raped and he switched it to Damien actually being raped. A lot of people didn't know that behind the scenes, that it was supposed to be the other way.
If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? I feel like putting on a dress as a black man, let's not put race into it. Putting on a dress as a man, period.
Right.
It demasculizes you. Did I say the word right? Demasculize you. I probably didn't say the word right, but you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying?
You lowering your masculinity.
Yeah, we shouldn't be putting on no dress, bruh.
Real, that's real.
But that's how they find ways to get the audience to laugh and be entertained.
Right.
You know, you had Mrs. Robin Williams, God bless his soul. He did Mrs. Doubtfire. That was a real funny movie.
Right.
You had Martin he played Big Mama.
Yeah.
That was a funny movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we know we got Tyler Perry.
You got the guy Braden T coming out now saying that he wished he never did it. He didn't want to do it.
Yeah, because people have kids and people have family and people have friends and you know.
And it's a perception that you got to take up. After you do it, it's like, dang, I kind of could have held out on this and did my other roles because I end up having, you know, success anyway with other roles.
But what do you want when you get into that field? You know what I'm saying? Most people, when they get into that field, they take a hard time. It's a long road for them to get into Hollywood. That's one. And two, it ain't easy. Right. When you get there, you want to be able to continue to get work. You want your agents to continue to bring you work. You want when a movie script is being put out, you want them to call your agent and say, hey, we want such and such for this role. So it's really a tricky situation, you know what I'm saying? Like with the Katt Williams and the Kevin Hart situation. Like Katt Williams was mad at Kevin Hart because he felt like Kevin Hart was a plant.
Right.
And we hear this thing about industry plants in music and in movies. It's really this the first time we heard industry plant from a comedian.
Right.
But when we go in the past, the first time I seen Kevin Hart was on Soul Plane.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't say he had a starring role, but he had a big role.
Yeah, he definitely had a leading role.
He had a leading role.
Snoop Dogg was like the top 3, and he was up there with the top 3.
Mm-hmm.
He was like the third starring role. He definitely was co-starring.
But what happened after that? Like, after Soul Plane came out,
he got a lot of movies that came out, and that's basically what Katt Williams was saying. A lot of them scripts came across his desk, but a lot of them had a lot of jokes and a lot of things about him that he was wanting to conversate about to change. And when they wouldn't change it, he would see Kevin Hart get the script.
Let me tell you something. I wouldn't even be mad at Kevin Hart like I Katt Williams is, because when you understand life, you will understand that yes men get accepted more than the person that challenged you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that, Kevin Hart, probably at that time, Kevin Hart was one of those yes mans, like whatever them directors say or producers say they want him to do, yes, I'll do it. And Katt Williams probably was one of those people when the producers say, we need you to get raped in the bathroom. No, I'm not getting raped in no bathroom. How about let's redo something other?
Right.
Now the producers might not challenge him because he's such a great artist. He's a great comedian, a great actor.
And he said at that time that was his first movie as well. So when he did step up for himself, he said he did challenge them, because he said basically he had to go against everything that was already supposed to be done and written already.
Because he was playing the role the right way.
Right.
So when you playing the role the right way, we gonna let you go. As a producer, we gonna let you do it because it's gonna bring money to us. But at the end of the day, when it comes to that next movie, we might say, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna call Kevin Hart, because Kevin Hart, he's easy to work with. You feel me? He's not gonna challenge what we come up with, what our creative artists, the creative team behind the scenes, what they come with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it probably was easier for the producers to go with a Kevin Hart than a Kevin Williams because of that. You know what I'm saying? Because anytime you write a script and an actor change the script, the writer gonna feel some type of way.
Right.
You feel me? I will feel some type of way if I write a script. Now, not saying that I would want a black man to get raped by another black man, but I'm just putting myself in the director or producer's shoes. You feel me? Like, don't nobody want to work with somebody that's gonna challenge my creativity.
But what happens is when you give a suggestion that's that strong, they actually tried it and it worked. I guess it turned out to be funny because how he chased Damien and Damien was chasing him at the end of the movie until it was over with, and the whole the nutcrackers, all of that stuff became funny.
That was very funny, bro. That was so funny.
So salute to Katt Williams. So now we want to bring it down to the Miami, Florida scene, the rap scene. We got two artists that was going at it, Brisco versus Iceberg.
Oh my God.
Brisco versus everybody.
Oh my God. Shout out to Brisco. Shout out to everybody.
Brisco versus everybody.
Shout out to Brisco, man. That was entertaining, man. A lot of people got mad at me, man. And, a lot of people got mad at me for my opinion on that. I really sat back. But to be honest with you, you was the one that really made me change my opinion. Because you remember when I was like, bro, Iceberg, man. You know what I'm saying?
And at the time, like I told you, I was telling you was jumping the gun because, like I said, at the time, Iceberg had to step on the rap and the song was a hot song. You know what I mean? But at the time, Brisco was dropping some bars, and I was telling you that the bars just way more detailed and way more precise as an artist. Despite all of the street stuff right now, we just talking about lyricism as a diss record and beef back to back, just lyrical talent against each other.
You know, Iceberg had an album where it was like, I'm trying to think of the album, it was popularity over real over popularity or something like that. Popularity is a motherfucker.
Right.
When you popping right now, it's gonna be hard for the unpopular person, to get the fans on their side.
But they should seem even a little bit far as the popularity right now, because Iceberg got more followers than Brisco right now, but Brisco had a record deal and basically known around the world almost the same. So it seemed even, but Brisco is a little bit older than Iceberg.
Let me tell you the truth. This some real shit. I am an Iceberg fan.
But everybody is an Iceberg and a Brisco fan.
You're right, but
just like everybody is a Brisco and Iceberg fan. I read the comments.
But wait. Before I was an Iceberg fan, I was a Brisco fan, and I'm still am a Brisco fan. But if I had to put on a scale to who music I'm gonna listen to now, I'm gonna listen to some Iceberg. Show, man, what's good, man? This is the second segment, and that's what asked me a real question. The first segment, but we had a little technical difficulties. We had to pay our bills, so we back right now. Dollar Bill, what was that question you asked me, Brody?
So basically, I was asking you like how Iceberg had a versus against Ball Greasy. I was wondering, just asking, how do you feel about Brisco versus Iceberg having a versus? Who do you think will win through the most hits?
Ooh. So I'm being honest. This is what you're gonna get from Day Sound Blunt. You're gonna get honesty, bro. I'm not gonna sugarcoat nothing. Nah. If it was a versus between Brisco and Iceberg, I'm gonna be real with you. Brisco gonna lose. And the reason why Brisco gonna lose, because of the women.
I don't know now. I might feel like Brisco gonna win because right now, if they had any stipulations on any of the records, I feel like Brisco got more original records.
But during the verses, it ain't no stipulations.
I'm just saying though, he got more records that he finished from top to bottom by himself that ain't no remake from no other artist.
Brisco might have more original records.
That, Slide in,
okay,
Bitch on Me, all these songs.
But Berg got some shit, boy.
Nah, I'm a fan of
Berg. Got some shit too. Berg got some shit.
I'm just saying, regardless of it ain't gonna be no situation like how it was with Ball Greasy, where it was more, you know what I'm saying? Ball Greasy got some hits.
But Ball Greasy. Let's be real about Ball Greasy. I fuck with Ball Greasy. Shout out to Ball Greasy. I know a couple of his family members, grew up under a couple of his family members.
Yeah, shout out Gold Star, man. Shout out Ball Greasy.
You know what I'm saying? Now, let's be real about Ball Greasy. Ball Greasy ain't make no good music for the streets, bruh.
Yeah, he did.
Who? Tell me.
I'm saying he got some good music.
What music that I heard when I was coming up in school that I listened to?
But see, some of his stuff came a little bit later. Like, see, in the beginning he had shown, but a lot later he started making records for the streets that people was bumping. He focused more on the ladies, but them songs like got the choppers on deck, all those songs, he got songs.
I never heard those songs. I never bumped them.
With Jim Jones, you know, you ride with them choppers on deck. You got songs now, but the thing about it is when you gonna compare it in competition towards Brisco or Iceberg, it ain't even no competition with how people know these songs were.
Only thing I know from Ball Greasy, and I say this respectfully because I fuck with Ball Greasy, but when I'm coming from my young nigga days, in my 20s, I wasn't listening to no fucking Ball Greasy. He ain't had nothing that'll get my attention.
But that's what I'm trying to say.
Time.
That's what I'm trying to say. He ain't have a lot of music out around that time.
All I knew about Ball Greasy was that my dog Kenny G them cousin. That's all. And my dog Ron. Shout out to Ron boy and shout out to Kenny G. That's all I knew. That was my dog's cousin. But Sean was a good song.
He had another one too, because I remember they used to be playing around the time the stick drill era was out too, where he talking about I'm just dancing in the mirror with my shades on.
Ball Greasy can't even beat Brisco. Ball Greasy can't beat Iceberg.
He already lost the Iceberg.
Yeah, because we don't remember those songs other than the songs for the women. Now he had a good ass run. I don't remember the year. If it was 2019 or 2020, Ball Greasy had a great run with the women.
Right.
And that's one thing about this industry. If you got the women, you gone.
You choose a lane, yeah. You choose a lane.
It's just like
he stayed in the Bayday lane. So let's get back to Brisco and Iceberg.
Okay, let's go back to Brisco and Iceberg. I'ma choose Iceberg. And the reason why I'ma choose Iceberg, because dog, more songs. And maybe this because Brisco got locked up and Brisco went into a dark shell. After that, it didn't make no more music.
Right.
Maybe he thought that his career. But right now, Brisco. Oh, this. If Brisco would have continued to do what he was doing and not fall into the shell, maybe I would have had a different opinion.
Yeah, I right now I don't know. I think I could pick Brisco, and I know a lot of people gonna think it's biased because I'm saying it, but the truth is, right now, how I feel like how he got to deal with some of those records. This ain't a rap song. This is my life. Bitch on Me, Just Know That, Sliding. All of these records is real records that people know word by word, just like how people know word by word for Iceberg. But I just feel like if people don't put in it nothing else about the streets and it's just about music, which I know probably won't happen, that's why Iceberg will win. But I definitely know that Brisco got the records to compete with.
Who got better timeless music?
Both of them.
No.
Both of them, bruh. People still bumping. Bruh, people still bumping Closer to My Dream just like they bumping.
I'm not bumping no Brisco music right now.
People still bumping.
Even with Brisco, and I fuck with Brisco, and I love Brisco. I fuck with Brisco. Like I said, this is not me being honest.
Trey, I just was around some niggas that didn't know nothing about this battle, and they played all Dade County niggas, and they definitely played Brisco in the same vein that they play Iceberg. And these niggas don't even be on Instagram. These niggas just playing some Rick Ross, Trick Daddy, Iceberg, Brisco. They just playing nigga shit.
Don't get me wrong.
So guess what?
Brisco got the street. Brisco don't got all of the streets, but Brisco got, I want to say, 40% of the streets.
But we still talking about the records. We talking about the music right now.
If we talking about records, I want to say who got timeless music.
Both of them. Cause I can see you, bro. One thing about it, two things for sure. I ain't finna sit up here and cap. Just like I can sing you some Iceberg songs word for word in that era. Brisco was just as hot at that era, and he got some songs where you gonna sing them word for word. And one thing about it, will always rest assured me this is being in Broward. See, I'm from Dade County, but when you go in Broward and you hear these people play Brisco, they play Brisco the same way they play Iceberg. So the same way you're a fan of Iceberg and you saying you're a fan of Brisco, I feel the same way. I'm a fan of Iceberg and Brisco at the same time. But when it comes to the records, not taking nothing from Iceberg, but I do know about a couple of hits that Brisco got when I just named the little line.
Brisco do got hits. The Slide
and Just Know That.
Just Know That. Just Know That.
You know what I'm saying? I'm in the hood with Lil Wayne.
I'm in the hood. I'm in the hood.
He got a couple records.
Man, that fucking 2007.
I feel you.
It is good.
I feel you.
But timeless music to me is when I'm in 2023. Like last night when I sold my Lobster Mac. Shout out to Trey's Lobster Mac and Cheese last night.
That Lobster Mac is busting, man. Y'all get up with Trey every time Trey drop them trays, the Lobster Mac with the great lobster and the great mac and cheese.
I did a Lobster Mac sale last night, Dollar Bill.
That's what's up.
Right? I did good. On my way to the crib, I'm going to my old girl crib. A song just randomly come on. I put it on my favorites.
Right.
And the song come on, Go. By goddamn, I'm on Go. By Berg. The shit brought tears to my fucking eyes. I'm listening to the shit. Nigga, I'm on Go. I've been on Go. All day, bro.
Nah, Berg got some shit.
Berg got some shit that'll make a real nigga say, boy.
But that's what I'm trying to tell you. Brisco the same way. The same way how I could listen to Iceberg and bump that Smokers Only mixtape that he got. Or Strictly for the Streets is the same way how I could go bump some Brisco OG Kush or go bump some 21 Jump Street. Mm-hmm. They got albums and mixtapes that came out around the same time. That's why when you said timeless, I took it for just creating music at a time. And even if it's 10, 14 years later, because a lot of that music they did in 2010, 2014, it's about to be 2024, 10 and 14 years ago. When you said timeless, I just took it for when I listen to their music, I remember it and it put me in a space what time I was in, and I'm not thinking about none of the street shit.
Okay. When you say timeless music, the way how you describe timeless music, you right. Everybody have their own opinion.
But what I want to say though is, I'm glad you saying everybody got their own opinion. I don't want to cut you. Remember that thought. But what I want to say is, I'm glad that it got to this point because although I don't want to see no violence, I definitely feel like they turned Miami up.
Man, what I told you, man, they turned Miami up. This city ain't have a buzz with our homegrown talent like this in a long time.
Yeah, it's been like 3 to 4 years since a lot of artists passed away. Rest in peace to a lot of these artists that passed away from Dade County and Broward County. You know what I'm saying?
Rest in peace to a lot of the artists that passed away. You know what I'm saying? We not gonna name no names,
right?
But you know who the artists are that passed away from Dade County. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to the 305-954.
Shout out to Broward County. Shout out to 954. But I will tell you this: there's a split, And right now, Broward County got the wave. And the only reason why Broward County got the wave is because of Kodak. Now, who could have been our star to go against a Kodak? Because if we would have had a star down here in Miami, around that 2014 era, we would have been just as effective as Broward. But some way, Broward County took over.
I mean, I explained this on my last show where basically I explained everybody got their time. And I feel like Dade County was over-exaggerated and over-popularized. I know that might not be a word. But
maybe watered down because a lot of artists moved down here and wanted to claim Miami.
And not only that, we had representatives for each city. Carol City, Opelika, Liberty City. We had these Trick Daddy, Rick Ross. We had people representing our places already. So when it got to Broward County, it was not as popular. People knew about Fort Lauderdale and Pompano, but people would come to Broward County and still say they're in Miami. So I feel like people was ready to be aware about another place that's 15 and 20, 30 minutes away from us, an hour away from us, Dade County. So that's why Broward got popping out. Not only because the talent and the work was put in with Kodak, because they've been grooming him since he was 14, 13. But what I would say is, when something get overly exposed, it's time for them to find out about new stuff. And that's why it's going to Tallahassee and Jacksonville and other places as well.
I'm going to say this, this just my opinion.
Right.
I'm going to give myself a round of applause because this is my opinion. The only reason to me why Broward County took off is because Dade County artists cannot get along. And I found this out when I became a podcaster. Whenever you are intrigued with a certain artist from Miami-Dade County, you're going to have about 3 or 4 artists that's going to come into your DM and hate on them.
Right.
Especially if they know you. If they know you and you know them, they're going to come hate on you. Which is kind of not really stop you from interviewing that person or highlighting that person, but it'll put you at a crossroads where friendships and business could collide and go the wrong way. And that's what I ran into as a podcast. Like when I ran into as a podcast, like I know all the fucking haters, bro.
But one thing I want to say is about that, not to cut you, I just want to say this though. I feel like that's going down in every city. Every city got haters. Every city got niggas from different hoods that got beef. So what I would say is people know who they dealing with. So, you know, if you dealing with a stand-up dude, even if you from another side, you might show him just that general respect just off GP. You know what I'm saying? Just because you already know what time dog on. Dog trying to get money. He ain't really own no shit unless you step on his feet and you step on his toes, then it's pressure. But like I said, a lot of times it just be what it be. It don't always mean that it's gonna be pressure with you because you in your lane and you not in the nigga face. But what it is it just be what it be. And the obvious is you might be down with a nigga that might be down with another nigga that might be beefing. But the truth of the matter is, if you ain't hanging, but the truth of the matter is if you ain't hanging with a nigga every day and the nigga ain't in your face and you ain't playing up another nigga and gossiping and doing all this whole shit, I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is because life is real. And like I said, niggas beefing in every city and it's going down in every hood. And if you a stand-up nigga, you gotta stand up on business and you just stand on your word. You know what I'm saying? And then you ain't in niggas' face playing both sides. You gotta just stand on business. You ain't in people's face playing both sides. So
you can't play both sides when you have a platform. And the thing about this, not playing both sides, you could lose people. You could lose good interviews because you are not a pick a side person.
But right now we trying to break the ice with some of that because what happens is you might give one side a voice and don't get the other side a voice. And we out here standing on business 10 toes. So like I said, we ain't into that and you already know we ain't indulging in that. But at the end of the day, we strapped up, we ready, and we ain't really trying to get into no problems. We licensed, we legit, we trying to handle business. So like I said, at the end of the day, we just trying to stay focused, man. And like I said, you can't help what other people got going on. As long as you ain't in the mix of no gossiping.
Exactly.
And all them videos and pictures with niggas, you good.
I'm gonna be real with you. I got turned off by that shit. That's one of the reasons why I stopped podcasting, because I love underground music so much. I became passionate with it. I was finding artists. I was so intrigued with the up-and-coming artists, the younger artists, the next wave. But what turned me off was the beef. In Miami, I'm going to tell y'all something. When you got a Day-Sound Blunt, when you got a Higher Voltage, you cannot put us, the host of our platforms, in the midst of that shit. You got to let us go. Because at the end of the day, this side or that side, when we do what we do as content creators, we could boost both sides. It's enough room for everybody to eat. Y'all don't have to talk to each other. Y'all don't have to like each other. Prime example, 42 Doug just had a concert. A concert, his free concert. Do y'all know in Detroit, 42 Doug was able to bring two different sides on the same stage?
That's amazing. And it's going down too. Even FYBJ Main from Chicago, he started pushing peace. So, you know, like I said, that's what I'm trying to tell you. Long as we handle our objective at the end of the day, we can let it be known to where people can voice their opinion. Even if a nigga don't want to sit with us and we do it virtual from live, from phone to phone and this and that. Like I said, people can voice their opinion because I see even Mav Hoffa do that in New York with my expert opinion. He'll have Styles P on there, then he'll have another dude on there that was part of the band that feel like, in his truth, his situation ain't work out too well. And you know, Styles P ain't feel too good about that, but at the end of the day, it's like Mav Hoffa like, yo, I gotta let these dudes speak their truth. Like, I don't know if he lying or telling the truth, but I'm just here to run the show.
Day-Sound Blunt collabing with Higher Voltage. Shout out to Highervoltagepodcast for having me on the show. You know what I'm saying? Y'all tap in with that boy, Higher Voltage. He on YouTube. He on YouTube. He on Spotify. He on Instagram. He on Facebook. He on all platforms.
Dollah Bill 305. DOLLAHBILL 305.
And never forget, Trey always in the kitchen. If you want to follow Trey Plus, the Lobster Mac. Lobster Mackin' on the cheese. Lobster MACKIN because the lobster's supposed to be mackin' on the cheese.
We mackin' with the cheese.
Y'all,
you know that's my favorite, by the way, macaroni and cheese.
I appreciate it. So on the Day-Sound Blunt show, collabing with the Higher Voltage, I'ma flip it right now. I got a question for Dollah Bill.
Yes,
How do you feel about the TG commas in the Finesse 2 Times situation? How would you feel if you pay a major artist, not really a major artist, but an artist that's popping right now, you pay him $20,000, $30,000 for a verse in a video?
I'm gonna tell you the truth. This ain't the first time it happened. It won't be the last time it happened.
Okay.
And it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. But what I would tell you is, if you want to have good business, you got to give somebody a brand new verse every time. But like I said, it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. I'm quite sure it's plenty. This ain't the first time it happened. Won't be the last time. So like I said, you know, I feel like Buddy should have took that verse and still promoted it and ran with it, because the relationship, he probably could have got another song and could have kept networking with Dog.
So you think that TG Commas overreacted?
Nah, he spoke his truth. I feel like if you spend your money and you feel like it's a problem with somebody giving you a re-rock verse, that's an issue.
Imagine you as an artist. You already know how this shit go with artists, dog. You feel like you the best of the best.
I mean, let me tell you something. I got a story to tell about my cousin. He had did a record with Tory Lanez before. Free Tory Lanez at this moment. You know, free Tory Lanez. So he got a little story to tell right quick. So my cousin did a record with Tory Lanez before, right? And in the midst of him doing the record, they did the video and everything. They actually linked up in the studio to record it and everything. He paid for the feature. Everything cool. Did the video, dropped it, everything. All right. I think like after a year, Tory Lanez took some of them same details and some of them same lyrics and made his own song and put it out on his own. So at first, my cousin ain't even know, you know, my cousin girlfriend at the time know people, so it got back and, you know, blase squaze. So my cousin kind of did get hot at the time, but I feel like he smartened up and found a different way to go about it after a while. He asked Buddy for a different song, and guess what? I was there in the studio when we linked up with Dog to make a different song. So guess what? Tory Lanez had it set up to where he got a lot of records in the studio that he played for us. So when it comes to certain situations, I just feel like to bring it back up to the TG Commas guy, because now I remember the situation. At first I told you I did remember, but now I remember the situation where Finesse sold him the same verse. So when I think about the Tory Lanez situation with my cousin was able to get an extra song out of him besides the first song.
By not complaining, you saying?
He did complain, but the way how he complained, he complained, but the way how he complained, it was more like it was still enough for Buddy to bring us back around in the studio. I feel like TG Commas, I don't know if it went too far. I didn't see the video, but I don't know if how he did his approach, if it went too far.
Imagine feeling like you the man. You got your city buzzing. You coming up. You get the hottest damn rapper in the South. Finesse 2 times on the track. And like then another nigga, you hear another nigga who you feel like you better than got the same verse.
Like I said, it's wrong, but like I said, this ain't the first time it happened, won't be the last time. I'm quite sure it's a lot of artists that found ways to re-rock certain faux bars and this and that and give a person a verse in the moment. But like I said, even TG Commas, I think in the video, he said he don't know if Buddy was, throwed a little bit, so he had to put something together. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I don't remember if he really went, too ham on Finesse 2 times. But like I said, sometimes there's always a way, and you could end up, getting another record or end up doing some more business. Because I think I seen that too. Finesse 2 times was trying to offer him to come perform with him or come on the road or do a video, do stuff with him. So, like I said, you already called him on his
So
bluff,
you saying he handled it the wrong way?
I ain't saying that, because at the end of the day, he's speaking his truth. If you finesse me, you missed the finesse 2 times, and you finesse me, and you sold me a revive verse, Buddy ain't wrong. But I'm just saying, if you look at it, if you reached out to him and he the bigger artist to get a feature, and he's trying to offer you other stuff, it's like, damn if you do, damn if you don't. You know what I'm saying? It's like you could have still went on the road with him like he offering, or another song, all the stuff that he offering, because ultimately is about, blowing up, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's like I said, they go both ways.
Shout out to TG Commas. I know y'all probably might not know about him. He from Louisiana. Shout out to Finesse 2 times. You know what I'm saying? It's an unfortunate situation. I understand where TG Commas coming from. You know what I'm saying? And I also understand the other side, you know what I'm saying? Because Timberland put out the other day, hey, even if you paid Finesse 2 times $30,000 and you got it cleared from his side, that man still signed to a major label, and you got to get it cleared with them as well.
Right.
So maybe it could have been a situation where TG Commas got it cleared through the artist, but didn't have enough money to get it cleared from the label.
Regardless of the fact, he still rapped to him in his session on his beat the same verse. So I feel where TG Commas coming from. That's what I'm saying. It ain't no way to go about it. It's wrong. Every nigga get a new verse. You feel me? So it ain't no way to go about it. I'm just saying he ain't the first nigga to do it, and he won't be the last. And like I said, it's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. And I feel like if he was on the phone once you called his bluff, because this how the game goes, stuff happen. So if I call your bluff and then you stand on business and say, hey man, I'm gonna offer you to come on the road with me, you got me. Damn man, I'll do another song with me. You found out. It's like, ain't you paid him for a verse the first time? So I'm just like, it go both ways. You know what I'm saying? Dog tried to live it the same way how TG Commas living in his truth, expose it and let him know like you was wrong for that, which is wrong. I ain't taking nobody's side. But then Finesse said, hey, I'm owning up to it. Come on the road with me. Come do a re-song with me. Send me an open song.
I fuck with Finesse for that.
Yeah. He tried to right his wrongs.
I fuck with Finesse to that. Shout out to Finesse 2 times, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to TG Commas again, you know what I'm saying? I fuck with them. I fuck with both sides, you know what I'm saying? It's unfortunate, you know what I'm saying?
Speaking of both sides, man, all my Voltage fam, y'all already know, man. Y'all like, subscribe, comment. They say I'm blunt. I'm in here with Trey Plus 305. We in here. So right now, speaking of both sides, R.I.P. to Young Dolph, R.I.P. to Big Jip.
Oh my God.
Speaking of both sides in Memphis, you know what I'm saying? R.I.P. to Big Jip.
Man, shout out to Memphis, man. Shout out to Memphis. Shout out to Free Pooh Shiesty. Shout out to Free Pooh Shiesty. Shout out to Pooh Shiesty, man, giving me that interview, man. My first interview from a major artist, dog. Shout out to Pooh Shiesty, Free Pooh Shiesty. Shout out to Shiesty Cole in Memphis. I fuck with Memphis. Fuck out the I'm talking about fuck. Shout out to Lisa. Lisa, she be repping it. The females in Memphis, man. I fuck with the females in Memphis, man. I fuck with Memphis heavy.
Memphis go hard, period. But
Memphis go hard.
Yeah.
This young dolphin, this young dolphin, Yo Gotti situation.
Yeah, Paper Route and CMG.
That shit was crazy,
yeah,
bro.
But I feel like it's kind of like the same thing we going through in Miami and Chicago, everywhere. It's some stuff that you can't blame the OGs or the young dudes for. It's inherited beef, and this is like the north side versus the south side at this point.
I want to say, before I get into this topic, shout out to the Cussing Pastor. Because I went viral on the Cussing Pastor page last week.
Right.
Over this Big Juk getting killed. Like, even to this day, bro, I still got people in my comments atting me. You know, I'm not even from Memphis, but shout out to the Cussing Pastor, because I fuck with the Cussing Pastor, and he been telling us everything what's been going on with that situation. It's unfortunate, bro, but I ain't gonna lie, dog. If the rumors are true that 40,000 was put on Young Dolph's head,
right, by
Big Juk, hey man, the devil, when the devil give you a deal, boy, the deal with the devil means your life.
Right.
You feel me?
It's a full circle deal.
That shit full circle, bruh. Yeah. So if you want to play devil games, you gonna get the devil results.
Right.
And when the devil results come, boy, that shit don't discriminate. It don't know how. When it come cutthroat.
Yeah.
You know, I pray for Yo Gotti mama, dog, because she was in the car. She got to witness her son get killed, bro.
Right.
That's hard, bro.
They was at a repass and they was leaving, getting in the car, and they hit him up right in the car. Yes.
I'm praying for their mental health, dog, because if you know Trey Plus, you know I take mental health real serious. I'm praying for their mental health. But dog, when you play devil games, you get devil results.
Yeah, I seen Dolph perform one time. We was at a Dolph concert. Dolph performed, Young Dro performed, a few artists performed, and a part of Dolph's set was like, you know, dissing Gotti. You know what I'm saying? A part of his set was like, when I say ho, y'all say Gotti, ho, Gotti, ho, Gotti. So it was like a lot of shit was deep. You know what I'm saying?
That shit was real deep.
Yeah, you know, and it's been going on for years. It ain't nothing new.
When it's deep like that, somebody gotta die.
Yeah. Like you said, streets need his body when it get like
when
that.
It's deep like that, somebody gotta die, and it's so unfortunate. But I'm gonna give you an off-topic scenario. Tupac once said, "When bitches get horny, niggas die."
Right.
That shit real. When niggas start beefing like that to that extent, when you start talking about, oh, I fucked your baby mama and this, that, and third, somebody gonna die, dog.
Right.
Somebody gonna fucking die.
And just the truth. I guess it was the truth when Dolph said, I used to front your big brother, but now I call him your big sister. So, you know, stuff like that. That's like when it be that deep and that personal, everybody be knowing what's going on in the streets and it be already up. You know what I'm saying? So I just definitely feel like, you know, pray for some peace out there in Memphis. We going through the same thing in Miami and every other where, Chicago, Detroit. Going down.
Every hood have its struggles in the United States and outside of the United States. Every ghetto gonna have jealousy, envy, greed, and evilness. All that is in the pot. You feel me? It's all on us as humans to stay out the fucking way, goddammit. Yeah. You gotta stay out the fucking way of all that bullshit that's going on. No,
stay out of people's face, man. Push some peace and stay out of people's face.
It's so unfortunate, but when you see your boys beef, when you see niggas beefing with other niggas and that shit to extent, stay the fuck away. It's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, and y'all fans stop choosing sides too much. Just be a fan of the music or like who you like. Don't be all with all of that get back gang and slide for such and such, man. Calm all that down, man.
We don't have to pick sides.
Yeah.
I like PRE.
Yeah.
I like more the PRE artists than the CMG artists.
Right.
But I don't want none of them to die.
Right. Right.
I don't like when people I like beef, but beef on wax.
Right.
I don't like street beef with music because then again I'm gonna lose. When that happens, I lose a good artist.
Yeah, and then when clout get involved, that's when you lose people too. Because once Dolph started saying he was the king of Memphis, people started catching flick, and they just seen the money.
He was the king of Memphis.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, even if they felt like, who is you to say that just because you being successful and having that money, other people might feel like they the king.
When you doing turkey drives, when you giving back to the community,
Gotti can feel like he's doing the same thing. That's what I'm trying to say. It's one of these South Side versus North Side.
It is South Side versus North Side.
Where it's almost inherited, bro. It's kind of like what we go through down here in Liberty City and Opelika, where these hoods inherit beef. And you can't blame the OGs and you can't blame the young niggas.
Pray for Dade County, man. We need help down here. We need our artists to get it together. We need our artists to come together. You know what I'm saying? I'm so sick of the beef down here. We got so many talented artists down here. We got a new wave of new artists that's coming up. I just hope them boys pay attention to what's been going on in the past. You guys got to be the student of the game. Be a student of the game when you in this industry.
Right.
Study rappers, study your local rappers of the past, the ones that had good luck and the ones that had bad luck. It's very imperative to pay attention, to be a student of the game, because then you would know how to move as an artist. Now, I'm not no artist. I've never been no rapper, but I'm a podcaster. And I love music and I love local artists. But one thing that I know is people inherit beef.
Right.
For no fucking reason, bruh. And that's why our growth has been stopped.
Right. And some of it is out of our control, because if you from a certain area and you end up hanging with certain people too much, you just fall victim just from being from the hood, because this is just where your mama or your grandma or auntie from.
That's so unfortunate.
Yeah, and that's why I say pray for peace and push peace in Chicago, Memphis, Detroit, Miami, LA,
Texas, Louisiana,
all places,
everywhere, Alabama, California, New York, like everywhere, St. Louis,
right, definitely St. Louis,
Philadelphia.
Yeah.
We losing a lot of good artists.
Yeah.
We losing a lot of good artists, a lot of unknown artists over foolishness.
Right.
And it really be over street beef.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because a hater gonna take the brain, the money maker.
Right.
Haters always gonna go for the money maker. Hater gonna always go for the person that's getting the most clout.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is, man. We gotta stay out the way. So yeah, man, it's my boy Dollah Bill, man. If you don't know, Higher Voltage Podcast Show on all platforms. We building, we growing. You feel me? Hey, talk to me, Dollah Bill. This last segment, man.
Yes, sir. We back. Higher Voltage. We in here with another episode. Trey Plus. We in here tonight. You already know. They say I'm blunt. Higher Voltage vibe. I need everybody to like, subscribe, comment.
Come over some, Bill. Let me get you all the way in. All right.
Yeah,
good,
tap in. Everybody tap in. You know what I'm saying? Y'all like, subscribe, comment, man. We in here, man.
Man, we had a good segment, man. When I upload this, man, I hope y'all enjoy it. We talked about a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? But y'all get into it, man. This Trey Plus getting interviewed. Trey Plus getting interviewed. You feel me? They sound blunt. If you know me, I'm very low key, bruh. I don't pop out. I only pop out for the real. So when you see me next to somebody, dog, you already know he real. Hey, Dollah Bill, you take off.
Real recognize real. So, you know, we got a couple topics left before we end the night. You know, we've been going. We like on our third, fourth take. So right now, how you feel about the game right now? Like, as more stuff get exposed and more stuff just come to the reality of the business and the facade and the reality of certain things, how do you feel about the game right now?
I'm happy for the next wave. I'm excited for the next wave that's about to come out. It's always good. For me, I love to see up and coming artists.
Right.
You feel me? I worked in the school system. I always know there's a new wave that's always coming every 4 years. So I'm excited about this new wave that's coming out in Miami. I'm hoping that this new wave don't inherit beefs, because we really need our city to grow.
Right.
Right now, Broward County is up. No disrespect to Broward County, but Dade County been God for a long ass time.
Right.
You feel me? We need our artists to come together. We need our artists to collaborate with each other. Hey, shout out to that boy Soldier Living True. Shout out to 815 Hothead. I might be biased, but these are the artists that I like that's willing to collaborate with other artists from different hoods, bro.
Right.
We need more of that, bro.
Right.
We need the art. Like I'm not gonna lie to you, Brody. I'm kind of tired of the artists that be beefing and be gatekeeping and you can't fuck with this side and you can't fuck. I get turned off by it. That's why I be wanting them on my platform. I really stopped podcasting because of that shit. Right. But I know for a fact, every 4 years there's a new wave that's coming, and I'm just excited, bro.
Yeah, especially at this time right now where we got the platform where we offering people who, you know, rappers and business labels and everybody who pushing talent. We offering this platform, Higher Voltage, and They Say I'm Blunt. These podcast platforms for people to come up here and talk about their new release music and how to go find their music on all platforms and YouTube their videos and just have an interview about their background and where they come from. So that's what this whole platform is for. Besides the media and the other hot topics that we cover and the live performances, we want
the city to grow, and it's gonna grow. It's gonna grow because the next generation might not inherit what the last generation was going through.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Everybody got to stay on that bag. Everybody got to focus on the money. You know what I'm saying? Be trying to push peace. A lot of shit still gonna be going down regardless, because a lot of shit up, and once bloodshed, you can't tell nobody how to feel about their people.
That is true.
But one thing about it, two things for sure, everybody just gonna die off. And if you ain't just trying to be part of that shit, you trying to get some money or not get caught up in no RICO, then you gotta get focused and get to that bag.
Because once you get caught up in that RICO, we gonna keep going.
Oh yeah, you don't see, boy.
This shit not gonna stop, boy. We gonna keep moving. We gonna keep. Once you get caught up in that RICO, once your ass get killed, boy, we on to the next.
And that's what's going on right now. You don't see how quick both sides got caught up with the YFN and YSL. They had both of them in jail at the same time. Just coincidentally, because shit just happening anyway. But at the same time, you gotta see like that shit going down, and they ain't finna be sparing nobody once they got enough details. And niggas is telling.
Niggas been telling since the 60s, since the 70s, since the 80s, since the 90s. Y'all don't want to fuck with Trey Plus when it comes to shit like this, because I'm gonna tell you the
niggas been telling.
Niggas been telling for the longest.
Man, you got niggas in the mafia that's cold-blooded killers that sold all the work and all that, told and cooperated.
RICO was created for the mafia. Right. When they seen how successful it was to take down the mafia, they say, you know what? We gonna do this shit in the fucking hood, bruh. They will flip your cousin. They will flip your girlfriend. They will flip your grandma.
Yeah. If they too close to that work and where you doing and where you at, and they come where you at and they there. Yeah.
So what are we doing?
I mean, a lot of people starting to grow. I see the growth in our black community. It's starting to grow. I just feel like we lack resources and knowledge and stuff for our youth to do to keep them occupied from being entertained to negativity, because so much drama is way easier to access than the actual positive knowledge. So at this point, we just in a space where we're growing slowly, because a lot of people are doing better. I see it now. If you check the statistics on a lot of different things about our culture that they're trying to make it seem bad, it's not as bad as it seems. Go do your own homework. You'll go see that us as a black community, we actually doing better than we was 5-10 years ago. But the thing about it is, we gotta practice on coming together, practice peace, practice business, and teach each other knowledge.
Dollar Bill, I got a question for you.
What's good?
Which young artist in Miami which young artist in Miami has your attention and got you excited for the future of the state of hip hop in Miami?
Man, it's a lot of artists in Miami. And I listen to all the local artists. Sometimes I listen to the artists that got a situation even though they still ain't. And I listen to the big artists of Miami. But what I would say is, a lot of people in Miami got talent. Whether they want it bad enough and got passion for it or not, I don't know. But I just feel like the space is wide open for a lot of artists to do what they need to do. But if I had to name drop for a while, I could name like 5 artists that been working for a while now. It ain't me just seeing them right now. So you got like people like how you said Soldier Living True. You know what I'm saying? You got people like Cadillac 305.
I never heard of him, but I'm gonna check him out.
Cadillac 305. You got V Stuck, the girl artist V Stuck, VSTUCK V Stuck. Yeah, you got a girl artist named V Stuck. She been rapping for a little minute and putting in real work. You got R&B artist Lil Bro Ronnie. You know what I'm saying? You got it's a lot of people, man. You got the Zoe side, Mirror Monk, and Kiddo Marv. Kiddo Marv just dropped the gospel record.
Man, shout out to Kiddo Marv, bro.
Shout out Kiddo Marv, man.
Shout out to Kiddo Marv, because let me tell you, Kiddo Marv had me in my feelings with this new single that he put out,
that
bro.
Gospel record, that real life Tribes of Tribulation type record, gospel record, I definitely like the direction that he going in, and I know he's speaking in his truth.
That's growth and development.
Most definitely.
As we get older, we start not to feel embarrassed about being ourselves.
Yeah.
We start to not feel embarrassed when it comes to expressing how we feel or what we going through.
Yeah, you get closer to finding yourself and you get better at speaking your truth.
You know what I'm saying? I'm almost 40. And right now I'm at the point in my life. I turned 40 this year. I might not look like it, but I turned 40 this year.
Yeah.
And I'm at the point in my life where I'm sick of serial killer music. And I know I lost a couple of followers the other day when I said I don't want to listen to serial killer music. But I don't give a fuck. Because at the end of the day, I want to live. I want to see my nieces and nephews grow. I want to see the kids the teenagers that I used to work with in the high school, I want to see them grow and have kids. Right. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I want to go older. So in order for me to go older, I gotta speak out about the serial killer music. You feel me?
But how you feel about it when they make it hard for you to sell good music? Because you heard me, Mill, just basically tell us the other day that destruction and violence and ratchet music sell, and that's why they push it. But he basically let you know how he really is and how he really feel and how he really about peace and love and building the community in person in these interviews. But on record, you might hear a lot of wild stuff because he said that's what's paying.
It's propaganda, bro.
But it's always been like that, though.
I'm going to say this.
We had less of it. We had a lot of backpack rap back then and hip-hop and a lot of dance music back then, and it was only a little bit of gangster music. And the gangster music would have a certain amount of success it could reach to. But ever since the doors has opened wide open, you could be an actual gangster drill artist and sell the music. And I feel like ever since it got to that point, you know, right past, you know, if you want to go to the Tupac, Biggie, Bone Thugs, real 99, 90s era, I feel like ever since then it's been up. Like,
Bone Thugs versus Crucial Conflict.
Yeah. It's been up ever since that negative era back then. Now everybody can talk about it.
Ignorance is bliss, and ignorance is God in this industry.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The reason why ignorance is God in this industry is because it makes the people at the top richer. The more ignorance we listen to, the more corruption, the more chaotic the streets gonna be. And you gonna, right now they done mastered the game. They figured out that we do not spend money on records. So what they did was they got the streaming shit.
I just feel like more artists gotta come out and do what like Fat Joe said. 95% of my music is fake and non-fiction, and I'm not advising anybody. Cause I feel like at some point you gotta kind of make artists feel like how at one point you didn't have to have no requirements, and then it became some gangster requirements that you have to be artists. It gotta get back to the point where you let people know that this is just art, and you don't need any of those street cred requirements to do this art, so that more people can be successful that's not just speaking negativity. Because if we gonna let movies have shoot 'em up, bang bang in the movie, and it's just an actor, then you can't blame a rapper for having records, and it just
you right.
It's the same thing.
You right.
So
balance it out though. But can I get some music talking about getting money? Can I get some music talking about getting females? Or not even getting females. Can I get some music about taking care of my family.
And that's why we miss Nipsey Hussle, R.I.P. Nipsey Hussle, because he was speaking all that financial literacy and building in the community and living with your family and sharing with your family.
I fucks with Currency.
Definitely Jet Life.
I fucks with who else putting out music? I fucks with my boy in California, man. I can't think of his name because I've been on the 1738. We done finished the goddamn little mini bottle. What the fuck his name? I can't think of his name. Shout out to all the conscious rappers.
Right.
I'm not gonna sit on it. Yeah. Shout out to all the conscious rappers.
Kendrick, J. Cole.
All the rappers, you know what I'm saying? Because I can listen to serial killer music, but I can't listen to it more than 10 minutes.
Right.
Because I'm older and wiser.
Straight killing.
I need to listen to music that's gonna make me feel good. You feel me? Like sometimes I might switch to R&B. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like I need that good music. You feel me? And that's what we lack right now. Let me tell you something, local artists. You ain't gotta always rap about hitting niggas up with the swishes. You ain't always got to talk about your ops.
Yeah, you can talk about your struggle and your story and your pain, your upbringing, how it was for you, where you was coming from.
Exactly,
and
bro.
Represent your town and how you feel and y'all slang and what y'all represent, where you coming from.
And you gonna get the same type of listeners, bro, that you get in listening to this ignorant music. You gonna get the same type of artist, bro.
But what I want everybody to do is be themselves too, though. Because if you really living in your truth and you like that and stuff going on, and you talking about, you reporting, you the rapper that's representing from your side, and you feel like talking about it, just keep it player. You feel me? That's basically what we got to do, because it is what it is. A lot of stuff, like I said, some of the stuff we inherit, some of this stuff is from hood to hood that's been going on before us. But what I would say is keep it player. If you dealing with certain people, keep it player. Because like I said, when once you dead or you get life.
That's it, bro.
That's it.
We move on. Bro. This was the Day Sound Blunt Podcast Show, collabing with my boy Dollah Bill, Higher Voltage Podcast Show. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. Y'all follow the page. You know what I'm saying? And also, Trey Plus love to make his lobster mac and cheese. Y'all follow Trey in the kitchen, aka Lobster Mac and Cheese. MACKIN, because the lobster's supposed to be macking on the cheese.